What if I told you that your entire life's potential, your dreams, your goals, your success, comes down to a decision that takes just 5 seconds to make? And what if I told you that you're making this decision wrong dozens of times every single day? Look at your life right now. Is it everything you want it to be? Or is there a gap between where you are and where you know you should be? That gap isn't about talent. It's not about opportunity. It's about this one decision that separates the achievers from the dreamers. Stay with me for the next few minutes, and I promise you'll never look at your daily choices the same way again. Every morning, millions of people wake up with good intentions. They plan to work out. They plan to eat healthy. They plan to crush that project. But by nightfall, those same millions are wondering where the day went. Sound familiar? The culprit isn't some complex psychological phenomenon. It's not your upbringing or your genetics. It's a 5-second window that occurs at the moment of decision. Here's what happens. Your alarm goes off. Your brain immediately presents you with 2 options. Get up immediately and start your day as planned. Hit snooze and get just 5 more minutes. In that moment, your brain is literally at war with itself. Your rational mind knows what you should do, but your emotional mind craves comfort. And here's the brutal truth. This exact same battle happens not just with your alarm, but with every discipline-requiring decision you face all day long. Should I check social media or finish this task? Should I eat that cookie or stick to my nutrition plan? Should I watch another episode or go to bed on time? Each time, you have exactly 5 seconds to decide before your brain's desire for immediate comfort overrides your long-term goals. 5 seconds. This 5-second window is what psychologists call the moment of impulse. The brief period between stimulus and response where your higher brain functions can still override your automatic habits. After those 5 seconds, the decision-making shifts to your basal ganglia, the habit center, and you go on autopilot, choosing what feels good now over what's good for you later. The science is clear. Willpower isn't a character trait. It's a time-sensitive resource that can only be activated in that critical window. Let me show you how this plays out in real life. John wants to get in shape. Monday morning, his alarm goes off at 5:30 a.m. He feels the immediate discomfort of leaving his warm bed. In that 5-second window, he has a choice. But instead of immediately swinging his feet to the floor, he lies there, debating with himself. Maybe I'll go tomorrow instead. One day won't matter. 7 seconds pass. Decision made. Snooze button pressed. But here's what John doesn't realize. He didn't just skip one workout. He reinforced a neural pathway that makes every future decision to skip workouts easier. He's not just losing today's progress. He's actively programming his brain to choose comfort over discipline every single time. Meanwhile, Sarah wakes up to the same alarm for the same workout. She feels the same discomfort. But instead of deliberating, she immediately counts backward, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and physically moves before those critical 5 seconds expire. Her feet hit the floor. Decision made. Workout happens. Sarah isn't more disciplined than John because she was born that way. She's more disciplined because she understands and respects the 5-second rule of decision-making. The most insidious part of this problem is that we don't make just one of these decisions daily. We make dozens. The decision to check your phone first thing in the morning. The decision to procrastinate on that important task. The decision to grab fast food instead of preparing a meal. The decision to scroll social media instead of reading. The decision to watch TV instead of working on your side hustle. Each of these moments contains that same 5-second window. And each time you choose immediate comfort, you're not just making one bad decision. You're literally rewiring your brain to make discipline harder next time. This is why so many people feel stuck in a cycle of promising themselves they'll change, only to fall back into the same patterns day after day, month after month, year after crushing year. So what's the solution? Do you need more motivation? More inspiration? Another morning routine? No. The solution is radically simple, though not easy. You need to learn to act in that 5-second window before your brain talks you out of doing what's right. Here are 3 strategies that will transform how you handle these critical moments. First, the 5-second countdown. The moment you recognize a discipline decision, count backward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This technique, popularized by Mel Robbins, interrupts the pattern of overthinking. When you reach 1, you move physically. Don't wait for motivation. Physical movement precedes emotional readiness. Always. Second, pre-commitment. Make decisions before the 5-second window even arrives. Lay out your workout clothes the night before. Block distracting websites during work hours. Meal prep on Sundays. By removing decisions from the equation, you bypass the 5-second battle entirely. Third, micro victories. Instead of focusing on the entire task, focus on just starting for 5 minutes. Don't think about running 5 miles. Think about putting on your running shoes. Don't think about writing for 2 hours. Think about writing 1 paragraph. These micro commitments make the initial 5-second decision much easier to make. Let me tell you about Michael. By age 30, he was 120 pounds overweight, working a job he hated and living a life he was ashamed of. One day, he learned about this 5-second principle and decided to try it for just 1 week. Every time he faced a discipline decision, he used the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown and then took immediate action. He didn't try to overhaul his entire life. He just focused on winning those 5-second battles, one at a time. First week, he won maybe 40% of these moments. Second week, about 50%. By the 3rd month, he was winning 70% of his discipline decisions. Within a year, Michael had lost 80 pounds, started his own business, and completely transformed his life. Not through some revolutionary program, but by understanding and mastering this one fundamental principle. So here's my challenge to you. For the next 24 hours, become hyper-aware of these 5-second windows in your life. Notice how many times per day you face a choice between discipline and comfort. And each time, use the countdown method, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then move. Don't worry about getting them all right. Just start becoming conscious of these critical moments that are currently flying under your radar. Because here's the truth that most people never realize. Your life isn't shaped by the big decisions you make occasionally. It's shaped by these tiny 5-second decisions you make dozens of times every single day. Masters of discipline aren't people who never feel resistance. They're people who've learned to act despite that resistance. Within that critical 5-second window, day after day after day. You already know what you need to do. You don't need more information. You don't need more motivation. You need to master those 5 seconds. Because that 5-second decision isn't just about one workout, one meal, or one task. It's about who you're becoming, one choice at a time. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's it going to be? Remember this. Every day, you're either building the habit of discipline or the habit of distraction. There is no middle ground. Those 5-second windows might seem small, but they're everything. Master them, and you master your life. The next 5-second decision is coming sooner than you think. What will you choose?